Hello friends, welcome back to the ROSE project conducted by Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College Karad. Myself Jagtap SR. My subject is physics. Today we are going to discuss about a second property of the fluid when the fluid at rest, and name of the property is surface tension. To discuss about the surface tension, first of all we have to discuss about molecular theory. Intermolecular force. The force of attraction between the molecules is called intermolecular forces. There are two types of the forces. First one is cohesive force and another is adhesive force. The force of attraction between the molecules of same substance is called cohesive force or force of cohesion. Cohesive force is strongest in solid and weakest in gases. Now the second force is adhesive force. The force of attraction between the molecules of different substance is called adhesive force or force of adhesion. The force of attraction between the glass and water molecule is force of adhesion, that is adhesive force. Range of molecular force. The maximum distance from molecule up to which molecular force is effective is called range of molecular force. The intermolecular force are effective up to the distance of the order of few nanometer, that is 10 raised to minus 9 in a solid and liquids. Now the second point is sphere of influence. An imaginary sphere with molecule at its center and radius equal to the molecular range is called a sphere of influence. The intermolecular forces is effective only within the sphere of influence. Fourth point is surface film. The surface layer of a liquid with thickness equal to range of intermolecular forces is called a surface film. In a diagram, x dash is a surface film. Now the fifth point is free surface of a liquid. It is a surface of fluid which does not experiences any shearing stress is called a free surface of a liquid. Now the explanation of the surface tension on the basis of molecular theory. Consider a liquid is filled in a vessel. To study about the surface tension, consider there are three molecules, molecule A, molecule B and molecule C. Molecule A is deep inside the liquid. Its shape of the sphere of influence is also completely inside the liquid. Therefore, molecule A experiences equal cohesive force in all directions. So, all these forces are cancelled with each other. Thus, the net cohesive force acting on molecule A is 0. Now talking about the molecule B, the sum part of the sphere of influence of the molecule B is outside the liquid. Due to this, strong downward cohesive force acts on a liquid molecule. As a result, a molecule B gets attracted inside a liquid. Now talking about the molecule C, half part of the sphere of influence is outside the liquid and half part is inside the liquid. The density of the air is less than that of liquid, therefore adhesive force due to the air is much weaker than cohesive force due to the liquid. As a result, molecule C gets attracted inside a liquid. Therefore, all the molecules in the surface film are acted upon by unbalanced net cohesive force directed into the liquid. The surface film of the liquid behave like a stretched membrane due to this cohesive force. This tension is known as a surface tension. Now the next point is surface tension and surface energy. The first of all, surface tension. The definition of the surface tension is tangential force acting per unit length on both sides of an imaginary line on free surface of liquid is called a surface tension. Surface tension is denoted by T. So from the definition we can write here T is equal to F divided by L. SI unit of surface tension is Newton per meter and dimensions are L raised to 0, M raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Now the next point is surface energy. The extra energy of the molecule in the surface layer is called a surface energy of a liquid. The liquid tries to reduce the area of its surface film. Therefore, any drop of liquid is in a shape of sphere. Now the next point is relation between the surface energy and surface tension. Consider a rectangular frame P, P dash, S, S dash with movable arm Q, R. This frame is dipped in a soap solution and taken out. A film of soap solution will be formed within the boundaries P, Q, R, S of the frame. The film has two surfaces, upper surface and lower surface, so its length is 2L. Under the action of the inward force due to the film, the movable arm QR moves toward PS so as to decrease area of the film. Therefore, if the length of the QR is L, then inward force is given by, we know that the definition of the surface tension is T is equal to force per unit length. Converting this into the force, we can write here F is equal to T into L. But here effective length is 2L. So we can write here F is equal to T multiplied by 2L. Imagine that an external force F dash. This force is equal and opposite to the F. That is F is equal to F dash is applied isothermally. Isothermally means temperature remains constant. Isothermally to the arm QR so that it pull the arm away and tries to increase the area of the film. The arm QR moves to the distance dx. Therefore, work done against the force F is given by, we know that work done is equal to force into displacement. So we can write here dW is equal to F into dx. From equation first, putting the value of force, we can write here dW is equal to T in bracket 2L into dx. Now 2L dx is equal to dA. This dA is increase in the area of the two surface of the film. Therefore, putting the value of dA, we get dW is equal to T into dA. Work done stored in the form of potential energy. This potential energy is called as a surface energy. So, from this equation number 3, we can write here surface tension is the ratio of surface energy per unit area. Thus, surface tension is equal to surface energy per unit area. Now, the next point is angle of contact. The angle of contact theta between the liquid and a solid surface is defined as angle between the tangent drawn to the free surface of the liquid and surface of the solid at the point of contact measured inside the liquid. Consider this is the glass surface, okay, and water in a glass vessel. So this is the tangent to the free surface of the liquid and this is the solid surface. Now, concentrating on the definition of the angle of contact. Angle of contact is defined as angle between the tangent drawn to the free surface of a liquid. That is, this tangent drawn to the free surface of the liquid and surface of the solid. That is, this surface of the solid measured within the liquid. That is, inside. Okay, measured inside. This angle is called as a angle of contact. Now the next example is, consider a mercury in a glass vessel. Then this is the free surface and this line is the tangent to the free surface of the liquid and this is the solid surface. So angle of contact is angle between the tangent and solid surface measured inside. In case of the glass and water, angle of contact is acute, and in case of the glass and mercury, angle of contact is obtuse. Now the next point is concave meniscus and the convex meniscus. Concave meniscus is formed due to the acute angle of contact between solid and liquid. Let's study the mechanism behind the meniscus. Consider a molecule A of the liquid experience both cohesive force and adhesive force. Cohesive force due to the liquid and adhesive force due to the solid. Let AP be the resultant force, that is net cohesive force inside the solid, and AC be the adhesive force making an angle 45 degree with a horizontal line inside the liquid. When adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, the resultant force, that is AR, is directed inside the solid. As a result, liquid near the wall should pile up against the solid boundary. Thus, it makes the meniscus concave. In this case, angle of contact is acute. Such a liquid wets that solid surface. For example, water, glass. Now the next point is convex meniscus. In case of the convex meniscus, angle of contact is obtuse. The molecule A experiences both cohesive force and adhesive force. Force AP be the net adhesive force inside the solid, and force AC be the cohesive force inside the liquid. When cohesive force is greater than adhesive force, the resultant force AR is directed inside the liquid. So, as a result, liquid near the wall of the solid should creep inside the liquid against the solid surface. Therefore, this makes convex meniscus. In this case, angle of contact is obtuse. Such a liquid does not wet that solid surface. For example, mercury and glass. Now the next point is zero angle of contact. When adhesive force is very strong than cohesive force, in such a case, cohesive force is negligible. So, resultant force is along the line AP, which is inside the solid. This results in given liquid completely wets the solid. The angle of contact between such a pair of solid and liquid is almost zero. For example, highly pure water and cleaned glass. Angle of contact is 90 degree. A hypothetical liquid having angle of contact 90 degree with a given solid container. Now the next point is shape of the liquid drops on a solid surface. There are two types of the shape. Let theta be the angle of contact between given solid liquid pair. T1 be the force due to the surface tension at the liquid solid interface. Similarly, T2 be the force due to the surface tension at air solid interface. T3 be the force due to the surface tension at air liquid interface. So, we can write here for equilibrium condition T2 is equal to T1 plus T3 cos theta. That is, converting this T3 into the horizontal component, we can write here T3 cos theta. Therefore, at the equilibrium, total left hand side force is equal to total right hand side force. So, we can write here T2 is equal to T1 plus T3 cos theta. Okay. So, finally, we can write here cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T3. There are some cases. The first case is if T2 is greater than T1 and T2 minus T1 is less than T3. We get cos theta is positive and value of the cos theta is greater than 0 but less than 1. Therefore, angle of contact is acute. Now the second case, T1 is greater than T2. In this case, and also T1 minus T2 is less than T3. In this case, we get cos theta is negative. Then angle of contact theta is obtuse. Now the third case, if T1 minus T2 is equal to T3, so we can write here cos theta is equal to 1. Then angle of contact is nearly equal to 0. As we know that cos 0 is equal to 1. And the last case is if T2 minus T1 is greater than T3, cos theta is greater than 1, which is impossible because we know that sine and cos having the values between plus 1 to minus 1. So this case is impossible. The liquid spread over the solid surface and drop is not formed. Now the next point is excess pressure across the free surface of a liquid. Every molecule on a liquid surface experiences a force due to the surface tension. The direction of the resultant force depends upon shape of the liquid surface. Now the case first, if the liquid surface is plane, the pressure at the point A is atmospheric pressure P. In this case, the resultant force due to the surface tension on the molecule B is 0. Therefore, the pressure at point A is same as that of the pressure at point B. The next case is convex liquid surface. Consider molecule A is just above and molecule B is just below the liquid surface. The pressure at point A is atmospheric pressure because molecule A is outside the liquid. The force Fa due to the atmospheric pressure acts downward. In this case, the resultant force due to the surface tension, that is Ft, on molecule B is vertically downward and it adds up to the downward force. Therefore, the pressure on the concave side, that is inside the liquid, is greater than the convex side, that is outside the liquid. And the third point is concave liquid surface. Consider molecule A is just above and molecule B is just below the liquid surface. The pressure at point A is atmospheric pressure. The force Fa due to the atmospheric pressure acts in downward direction. In this case, the force due to the surface tension, that is Ft, on the molecule B is vertically upward. Okay, so both forces, that is Fa, that is force due to the atmospheric pressure, and Ft, force due to the surface tension, are both in opposite direction. This results in pressure on the concave side, that is outside the liquid, is greater than that on the convex side, that is inside the liquid. Thank you very much.